Hello and welcome back to the Second Chance to Live channel here on YouTube. I'm happy to see that you decided to stop by to watch this video presentation. Thank you. In today's video presentation, I would like to share an article with you, Traumatic Brain Injury and Defining Success. I wrote this article and published it on Second Chance to Live several days ago. To read the article, I'll put my glass back on and bring up the article. I want to thank you for your time and for being a part of my process by watching this video presentation and also reading the articles on Second Chance to Live at secondchancetolive.org. Here's the article, Traumatic Brain Injury and Defining Success. Hello and welcome back to Second Chance to Live, my friend. I've been thinking about something that I feel led to share with you. In my experience, I've found that there are several traps that can leave you and I feeling like we are victims. We can be led to believe that because of our brain injuries, that we are failures because of what happened to us. Consequently, we may find ourselves focusing on what we cannot change, what happened to us, instead of making peace with what happened to us and getting on with our lives. As a result, we may find ourselves feeling trapped by the notion that we are now helpless, hopeless, and contained within a model of recovery that fosters secondary gains, secondary dependencies, and seeks to control and contain us. In response, we may find ourselves buying into the notion that we are victims of our circumstances, subservient to a patriarchal system that communicates to us that we are unable to make empowering choices for ourselves to express our capabilities to create and enhance our lives as individuals living with brain injuries, as well as the lives of individuals within the brain injury community. Another trap that we may find ourselves falling into is believing that we are failures because our lives are not marked by opulence. That we are failures because our station in life, be it disabled by society's standards, does not give us the means to be able to acquire or possess what society considers to be measures of success. In response, we may have people in our lives who subsequently patronize who we are as individuals and by their attitudes minimize, marginalize, dismiss, and discount who we are as individuals. We may subsequently find ourselves buying into the notion that our lives are of little value or significance beyond the ability to acquire societal measures of success. We may subsequently find ourselves undercut by the notion that we cannot be successful. In the process, we may find ourselves acquiescing to fill the place that a patriarchal society has set for us to control and contain who we are as individuals living with brain injuries, to meet and fulfill their agendas. In the process, we may find ourselves going along to get along with those agendas. In the process, we may be led to believe that we are unable to make self-directed and empowering choices to use our creativity to enhance our capabilities and our lives. Such notions may leave us fixated on what we cannot do instead of considering the possibilities of what we can create in ways that will work for us. Such notions can leave us waiting for the approval of a patriarchal system that in practice invalidates our voice as individuals living with brain injuries. The good news is that through being aware of these notions as individuals living with brain injuries, we can make choices to express our unique capabilities to create in spite of the notions that in practice seek to keep us controlled and contained. The good news is that we no longer need to focus on what we cannot accomplish because of our brain injuries. Instead, we can be aware of our limitations and deficits. Stop fighting against ourselves and discover a way or ways in which to use what we can do that will work for us. Through our awareness, we can choose to walk down a different street and in the process try something new. Something that is unique to our gifts, talents, and abilities. In the process, we can begin to define what success means and looks like to us. Here are several quotes in a poem that I like to read to you. These are encouraging and motivating to me, as well as inspiring. Here's the first quote. I was told over and over again that I would never be successful, that I was not going to be competitive, and the technique was simply not going to work. All I could do is shrug my shoulders and say, we'll just have to see. That's by Dick Fosbury, the Olympic gold medalist, inventor of the Fosbury flop high jump technique. Another quote, I am only one, but still I am one. I cannot do everything, but still I can do something. And because I cannot do everything, I will not refuse to do something that I can do. That's by Helen Keller. The next quote is by Zig Ziglar. Regardless of your lot in life, you can build something beautiful on it. The next quote, I alone cannot change the world, but I can cast a stone across the waters to create many ripples. That's by Mother Teresa. The next quote, do what you can where you are with what you have. And that's by Theodore Roosevelt. The next quote, insist on yourself, never imitate. Your own gift you can present with a cumulative force of a whole life's cultivation. But of the adopted talent you have only an extemporaneous half possession. Do that which is assigned to you, and you cannot hope too much or dare too much. That's by Ralph Waldo Emerson. Next quote, seek out that particular mental attribute which makes you feel most deeply and vitally alive, along which comes the inner voice which says, this is the real me. And when you have found that attitude, follow it. James Truesdell Adams. The next quote, if you advance confidently in the direction of your dreams and endeavor to live the life that you have imagined, you will meet with a success unexpected in common hours. And that's by Henry David Thoreau. And here's the poem I want to read to you. The poem's title is There's a Hole in My Sidewalk. Autobiography in 5 short chapters by Portia Nelson. Chapter 1. I walk down the street. There is a deep hole in the sidewalk. I fall into it. I am lost. I am helpless. It isn't my fault. It takes forever to find a way out. Chapter 2. I walk down the street. There is a deep hole in the sidewalk. I pretend I don't see it. I fall in. I can't believe that I'm in the same place, but it isn't my fault. It still takes a long time to get out. Chapter 3. I walk down the same street. There is a deep hole in the sidewalk. I see it is there. I still fall in. It's a habit, but my eyes are open. I know where I am. It's my fault. I get out immediately. Chapter 4. I walk down the same street. There is a hole in the sidewalk. I walk around it. And chapter 5, I walk down a different street. This is the end of the article and quotes and poem. Before I go, let me encourage you with this. Please do not give up on yourself, a loving God, or your process, because more will be revealed in time. The pieces of the puzzle will come together in the correct order and at the right time. More will be revealed to us. I'll say so long for now. Have a great day, and God bless both you and your family. So long now.